Like, it's supposed to give, but I don't think it's supposed to give that much. And some areas are tight, right? So some areas are tight like this. This is pretty tight. And some areas, like, be so serious.
There was a time my house was neat and so was I was thinner back then. I would go out with my friends, but somehow that's gone bye-bye. Now I look around, there are piles strewn about. Is this dirty or clean? I'm finding out what it means. This is not just a house, it's a depression nest. I don't know how I got here. Depression nest, I don't know where to start. Depression nest caving in on me. My life is simply falling apart. Depression nest.
All right, y'all. Change of plans, okay? And that's okay. That's okay. We can have a change of plans. That's okay. That's okay. Tracy, we can have a change of plans. This right here, I'm taking this down. I know y'all gonna be like, Tracy, what the F? No. Okay, but I really started thinking about what the guys were saying about how loosey-goosey it is. And like, look at that. Like, it's supposed to give, but I don't think it's supposed to give that much. And some areas are tight, right? So some areas are tight like this. This is pretty tight. And some areas, like, be so serious, Tracy. Be for real. That's what it just said to me. Okay, so I went to the store. And I got a different kind of channel. This one is called the double leg channel. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. It has the two sides to it. And the one that I have right now only has the bottom row. There's nothing at the top, just the bottom. So that's called a single leg, right? I changed my mind because the guy said, when we come back, we're gonna have to put some extra screws in to, you know, solidify it up before we put the drywall, because the drywall is heavy. Now, if they put extra screws in to the stud, it's gonna nullify everything that I'm doing, because you're not supposed to let that screw touch the stud because the sound can travel through there. I have to give my soundproof wall a fighting chance. Like, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, well, because, you know, I was kind of like giving up a little bit, like, oh, well, like, it's out of my hands, do what you gotta do. My back hurt. Like, my back still is out a little bit, but I can, you know, I can make some moves now. Hold on, y'all, I gotta bend over. Oh, yeah. Okay, so these right here are clips. You screw these clips onto the wall, and then you literally just snap the channel into it. It's easier than this. I really should have did this in the first place, but people were saying that the single leg resilient channel has more sound absorbency because of the way it leans away from the wall. So that's why I initially went with that. I'm gonna try to install these with the same holes that are already in place. The clips can be no more than 48 inches apart. So, therefore, comma, period, semicolon, M dash. I'm gonna have to add some more zzz into the studs. And my neighbor right now, Mr. Warvet, he's at church. So it's nighttime. I don't know if y'all can see. Well, it's about to be nighttime. I was hoping that I could take some of this down before he gets back. I really hope it works out, because this is my last, like, the guys are coming back tomorrow to install the drywall. Like, this is my last resort. If it don't work this time, like, I don't know. I just don't know. And I'm gonna also try to use my laser level again, just to make sure that everything is copacetic. Even though I'm gonna try to use the same hole, so. All right, y'all, let's go.
Now I'ma put it down like that. I'm leaving, I ain't coming back.
That took me about 7 minutes to take it down, which probably means that drywall was gonna come tumbling down on my head, because that was not hard. I could have probably just touched it and it all would have fell down a little bit. Now I'm going to install my clips, and I'm gonna look at the directions again just so I can be certain that I'm putting them in the right place. Let go. The clips in the first row will be spaced 48 on center from the first perimeter stud. The next clip for each subsequent row will shift 16 inches to the left. So the very top row, they did 6 inches down, well, 6 inches max. Okay, so now I gotta do math again. Okay, they got 48, no more than 48 on the clips. And then they still got that diagonal thing going on with the clips. So boom, I just gotta make sure that I am following the rules as far as the 24 inches in between and all of that stuff. So hopefully it won't be as hard this time for me to figure out. I gotta find my studs again, because every time I put my tape down for my studs, the guys come in and they tear it off. They trying to be clean. I'm trying to be serene. You understand? From every bottom piece, there's a diagonal going up. So from the bottom piece, I go over to the next stud, and that's where a clip goes. Then 48 from there, 48 from there, 48 from there. Got it. My stomps are cracking me up. Okay, y'all see how I'm lying on my stomach? I'm on a little rolly cart and I'm going around and putting the tape on the ground to find my studs. Y'all watch when you see me get up. I almost passed out. I don't know what happened, but my brain almost exploded. Like, what was that? And it stayed. You see me grabbing my head. I'm like, it didn't like instantly go away. Like, my brain was like about to come out or something. Please. The clips look like this. So you see they got the squishy foam, whatever, on the back. And well, this is the front and this is the back. This goes against the wall like this. This is the wall. It goes. And then you clip your thing onto it, right? But it came with these screws. And I was like, cool, screws. But then look at it. And so I was like, okay, let me go to my kit. So I found this bit. And that goes, that, and it holds it pretty well. Okay, girl, what you doing? All right, let's go. Let's do it. I'm gonna bring y'all with me this time. I got all my studs marked. as you can see. And so this is weird to me because I have two studs that are like really close together right there. So I don't know. That's weird. But like I don't know if I should be coming from this stud 48 inches out or from this stud 48 inches out. I don't know. But I'm gonna mark the 48-inch mark on each one of the. Okay, yeah. Go, girl. Okay, bye. Let's go. Y'all, I just screwed my first one in. Hold on, get my wedgie out. I just screwed my first one in. And that thing was easy as hell, boy. Okay, stop playing. Come on, let's finish. Hurry up.
Circumstances have changed. Things will never be the same again. God knows that we've tried and we lied through our teeth. By the light of day, we'll be far away from here. Don't even know just where we're cold. Fly or sail a boat. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. This time next year we'll be dancing in the clear. This time next year we'll be very far from here. I hope.
I really don't even know why I get excited about stuff, knowing that I am one of the unlucky ones. Merch coming soon. This little 10-pack that came with the screws, right? Came with the screws. I showed y'all what they look like. It ain't nan screw in here. Let me know if y'all see some screws. I guess they said somebody that ordered this many got some screws. They don't need our screws. All right, y'all. That's what I got, these two. But I'm going to show y'all the size difference. I think I'm going to end up using these. I don't know if they're going to be long enough. Oh, it's just a baby. And it's not the same thickness. Like, this is a hefty screw. Y'all, help me think. Help me think, y'all. This is so hefty in the center that my little baby screw, that's all that's going to be in the stud versus having all of that in the stud. That's what you want. Oh, gosh, help me think. If it ain't one thing, it's another. I'll tell you. I can't never just have a smooth experience. You know what I'm saying? I just can't never be like, woo, yay. Hoarding to the rescue, bitch. Huh? I feel like that'll do. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me pull one of these things out of here. Hoarding to the rescue. Please. Something told me just look at my toolbox. Let me see if I got any screws that long. I didn't remember having any screws that long. Baby, don't play with her. It's a little bit shorter, but don't play with her. Please do not play with her and her hoarding. I'm so excited. I don't gotta go nowhere. Please. Also a little bit at an angle, but we gonna let it rock, okay? Now what? I am tired. I am tired. We're gonna see how this works. I'm gonna go get my 10 snips so I don't have to make no noise cutting the things. All I know is that if I have to join two pieces together, which I will because my wall is longer than 12 feet, but those things are only 12 feet. So I'm gonna have to join two pieces together at some point on every one of these. But wherever I join the two pieces together, it can't be on the clip because the clip can only hold one track at a time. Like it doesn't fit two. But I sort of cut them with that in mind already. That's why I was measuring at the Menards before I cut. So we're gonna see if I measured correctly. We all know my math abilities. or shall I say lack thereof. So I'm just gonna go for it and hope for the best. Wish me luck. Okay, bye. My mic died, but I found my 10 snips. 147 and 3/4. And then, y'all, I know what my limit is. 3 hours. Whenever, y'all, please remind me. Whenever I feel like I can do something, whenever I have an idea, my threshold of doing and caring, 3 hours. That's it. After that, my back start hurting, my feet hurt. Like right now, my feet hurt really bad. And that's when I stop caring, and then I get sloppy because I'll be like, oh, well, let me just hurry up and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? So I have to go into the rest of this room with that in mind, because I can't be working no, oh, I'm gonna work on this till it's done. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. No, baby, you're not in your 20s anymore, okay? You're not even in your 30s anymore. So calm down, Missy. 3 hours before your body shut off. Logs off. My body just be like, boo-boo-doo. That's the log off noise. Yeah, boo-boo-doo. Huh? Shut it down. So now we're at 12 foot, yep. 12'4" and 3/4. So I need to do 147 and 3/4. That's what I'm gonna go with. That was the most only child shit I have done. 147 and 3/4. Remember that. So, what I did when I was at Menards was cut this into a 54-inch piece, and then the rest of it. I didn't measure whatever this is, but I knew I wanted one that was like 6 inches longer than 46 inches. Hold on, that's not 54. That's 58. I mean, that's 48 inches. Yeah, 48 inches. I'm sorry. It's time for me to go to bed, for real. But yeah, 6 inches longer than 48 inches, 54. And I cut it 6 inches longer because they want you, if you ever have to overlap, it should be overlapped by 6 inches, at least. So I know that my thingy things are 48 inches apart. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go 6 inches past that in case I have to connect it to another piece. You feel me? That was my thinking. I don't know if that was smart or dumb, but.
Now I'ma put it down like that. I'm leaving, I ain't coming back. You don't like the way I act anyway. You really don't have to react. Don't try to change my mind, in fact. Honey, I've already packed all my stuff. We're no longer kids, let's move on. And you are not my kid, so I'm done. Please don't make me pull one. You know it, yeah. Nothing lasts forever. You know that a change will make it better. You know that nothing lasts forever. You know that, yeah, a change will make it better. There's no one to blame, you see. Maybe we're not meant to be. There are plenty more fish in the sea anyway. Every day's a different thing, so I'm not into wedding rings. It ain't personal, it's the way I think. Yeah. You know it, nothing lasts forever, and you know it, yeah, that a change will make it better. You know it, yeah, and nothing lasts forever.
I'm gonna come over here and I'm just going to apply pressure. I don't even know if it's on. Literally, it's just not. Okay, I caught something that time. Let me bring y'all closer. I caught the edge of the string that time. Okay. See, I caught the edge of the string. But what I want to do is I want to go, this is how you do when you're tufting. You pull it a whole bunch of different ways so that it's tight. And then you pull it across. I'm going to do like a little staple right here. And then, oh, didn't get it. Okay, got something there. I just want to do like a test and see, number one, if this is going to even work, and number two, how much slack I need. So let me grab a piece of insulation. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, what I should have did was have my string right here, then I can wrap it around and staple it over there. Now we know the process. I just needed to be in place for a second. Oh God, just be in place for a second. So this was sort of my vision. Like that. What y'all think? I've been told that you cut insulation with a bread knife. I'm trying to cut it a little bit bigger than what it needs to be. Yeah, that's gonna fit, right? Okay. What do we think? Do you think that's a good method? And then I can tighten it with that second string. Boo bop bop bop. Then go to the next one, sneak it under the top string. That same second string that I have right here, now we're gonna go around the third, go around the second one. You see what I'm saying? So I think that might work. Okay, I'm back from lunch, and now it's time to add insulation to my wall. Done. Yeah, you see it. Let me move out the way. You see it. You see it. She real neat. My little string trick worked. I didn't even have to do the string trick at the bottom because by the time I got to the bottom, I got into a little rhythm and I knew how to measure perfectly to like tuck it in there. So don't play with her. Don't play with it.
I stuffed even more insulation underneath the wall just to help with sound dampening and bugs. As always, if you have depression, you are not alone. And make sure you stay tuned. But in order to stay tuned, you have to what? Stay here. That's right. Thank you for your participation. All right, y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.
When I opened the last box of insulation, tell me why this fell out. This wasn't in not a single other box, right? It says, warning, possible inhalation hazard, can cause respiratory, skin, and eye irritation. Bitch, I just been out here raw dogging the air. I could have put on my respiratory mask. I thought it was like sheep's wool. They talking about mineral wool. Bitch, what's that? What's the mineral? And why does it have wool? Please help. It says wear long sleeve, loose fitting clothing, gloves, and eye protection. Bitch, this the most naked I've been this whole time. This whole time. Hello? It say wash your work clothes separately from the other clothing. Bitch, this is serious. I've been over here diving in this. Backstroking. Lord, I'm finna die.